Hey, what's going on everyone? It's McCall here, and today I want to talk to you all why I think everyone should have business cards for their photography and filmmaking business. So my channel has mostly covered the technical side of photography and filmmaking. I wanted to take a couple steps back and make the next two videos more about the business approach to photography and filmmaking, right? Now, a quick little disclaimer, I'm not some multi-billion dollar, photographer or business owner. I don't know all the marketing strategies and stuff like that, but I have been in this game for a little over 9 years now. So there are probably a few things you can take from this and learn, and this is probably geared more towards the beginners and amateurs. But is what sparked this idea is recently I purchased some new business cards through Vistaprint, and I'm not affiliated with these guys in any way, shape, or form at the time of recording this video, but they did a really awesome job with this. Now, I designed the card myself through Photoshop, and I sent it to them. I got the thick cardstock, it's got the glossy front, you can kind of see it shine right there. And this is a really slick looking business card. I can't wait to start passing this out to clients. Business cards do kind of seem like an old school strategy to attract clients or whatnot to your business, right? Well, I have news for you. There are still a lot of old school clients and stuff out there. It's not every day you're gonna run across a 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old person looking to hire a photographer and they're just willing to flip out their phone and look up your Instagram and stuff. With a business card, not only can you attract potential clients for photography and filmmaking work, you can also attract companies and people looking to make some kind of affiliation or sponsorship programs available. Also, for the most part, business cards are fairly cheap considering what you're actually getting. You are getting personal advertisement and bulk quantities of 500,000 or however many cards you purchase. And when I go to events such as like the motocross events over there in France, those racers are like absolutely like pumped up when McCall shows up because they're like, oh, I know he's gonna take some awesome pictures. And I just start passing out my business cards like candy, and these guys just start grabbing in. They'll start following me on Instagram because I'm giving these guys photos whenever I go there just for fun, right? And there's no other way to broadly and publicly advertise your business like that. I mean, there's not just some massive billboard. People are gonna be like, oh yeah, it's McCall, whatever. So business cards allow you to do that. So if you don't have any, I would highly suggest you go buy, just start off with a fairly small quantity of like 500 or so, start passing them out and see how people are reacting to it. So a general rule of thumb with business cards is you're kind of going to go down one or two paths. You're going to either have the low profile, sleek, stylish, kind of classy card, or you're going to have something that really pops off the screen and makes the client want to turn their heads. And mine's number two. When you take a look at mine, you're like, wow, that screams color. And I use color theory and color contrasting with this business card layout. I didn't just put random pictures in there. They actually line up pretty well. As you can see, the yellow, green, and orange tone is right next to the kind of purple and pink tones. This was all on purpose and after a lot of thought into looking at this business card design. Since we are photographers, I would recommend making our own cards. There's no reason that you all should be going online and filling out this information to make your own online template business card. You should be able to make your own in Photoshop exactly the way you want it, because keep in mind that this will most likely be a potential client or company's very first impression of you and your photography or filmmaking business. So this really needs to count. Even though I do video work, YouTube work, I do wedding films, I do wedding photography, modeling photography, sports, landscape. I do all these different genres of photography and film work, right? I can't put all of that into my business card because that would just confuse the heck out of the customer. They would be like, okay, yeah, you do a lot of stuff. Okay, thanks, bye. I need to really narrow it down to what I specialize in, which is boudoir and modeling photography. That's primarily what I do on a weekly basis. So that is what I put on my card here. I mean, that is every image that's in there because for the most part, I'm probably passing this out to those types of clients. So you really want to narrow it down to just one, maybe two genres of what you really specialize in, even if you have great work and all this stuff, okay? You don't want to confuse the customer, and you don't want them to think you're a jack of all trades, master at none. Also, if you do plan on going the double-sided route, I would recommend not overfilling the information on the back. You don't want to just plaster social media all over the place and confuse them where to look. Whenever I was designing this, I was thinking about myself, and I was also asking my wife if she thought this actually looked good and if her eyes visually went to a location where I wanted it to, and it does. You immediately probably want to take a look at my signature block. You lay McCall, photographer, film director, okay, I know what he is. And then you take a look at the 4 icons on the right side. It has my website, it has my email address, my phone number, my general location of where I do most of my work. And then below that, it's got all of my social media outlets. And I just think overall, the design on the back is fairly simple, but it's also just not gonna overload them with information and hopefully make them want to go check out my work. So before I wrap up this video, I actually want to take a little throwback stroll down memory lane and take a look at the previous 4 business cards I had, leading up to this one. Now, the very first one, I actually don't have it here with me. I have this little booklet where I keep business cards and stuff like that of people I meet. I actually don't have it here with me, but if I do find a picture, I'll throw it up on the screen. It was a super spontaneous event that I did not know I was going to be filming. I want to say back in 2011. And yes, I did go the online template route, but in my defense, it was because it was like within a day. I needed them within 24 hours, and I did get them. Wasn't really worth it, but it was cool that, I was like, man, I have a business card. Yeah, I'm official. And then I went and got another business card, and it was a lot more, yes, I'm an established business or whatever, yet I totally kind of hate this design now, but it's not bad. Here it is. I'm not gonna say that it's terrible, but you look at it and you're like, okay, I'll probably never talk to these guys. And then my next business card is gonna look a lot like the one that I have now. Even 1, 2 of the same images are even in it. It's good. It's bright, but the problem with this was whenever I exported this in Photoshop, I used the sRGB platform. I should have used Adobe RGB because that's what Vistaprint prints in, right? So the front business card isn't glossy. It doesn't have as much pop to it as the new one does. I'll just kind of compare them real quick. You can kind of see like a huge difference here. This one doesn't really pop as much as this one does, and I think the gloss helps with that. And then you look at the back, and like I said, it's mostly kind of the same layout, but everything was kind of shifted a little too far down, I think, and I didn't have my new cursive signature. It just says Lane McCall, photographer/director, and then like the YouTube blocks and whatnot, all the social media actually has the wrong name. Comparing that to my new business card, I love the new layout on the front. As you can see down here at the bottom where it says my name and photographer and filmmaker, it's a little bit bigger of a block than the previous one. I think that helps a lot when people are taking a first look at my image. They're like, okay, Lane McCall, they definitely should be able to see my name right off the bat versus kind of having to hunt for it in the bottom left-hand corner of the old one. And you guys have already seen it, but yes, the back, I like the updated design in the back. I think it's a little more intuitive for the potential clients to see, and hopefully they will start going on these sites. So now that wraps up the video. I personally will always believe in business cards. I think it's going to be a long time until they're obsolete. Yes, everything is becoming the digital platform, and I agree with a lot of the ways we're headed, but to be honest, there's nothing quite like being able to go, here's my business card, contact me if you're interested. It's something that they can have, they can keep, and they feel like they are, I don't know, I think it makes clients feel like they're wanted. Like I actually want to work with them, and I think there's something about that photographer client interaction that's good, and I think it's something that you guys should at least give a try. All right, so as always, if you like the content that I'm pushing out, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you all are wanting to request any other videos, just comment down below, or be sure to message me on any of the social media outlets. Okay, so as always, get out there, start shooting, and have some fun. My name is Lane McCall.